Hello, this is Lesson 5, Chapter 3. Might be a short one here. I'm going to show you today how to extend some things. I just drew this for funsies. You don't have to draw it. You can just watch doing this. It's pretty self-evident what I'm doing. But let's say I had all these lines and I wanted it to look like this. Well, it's going to be hard. How do I pull those out? There is no polar tracking there. There's 0 and there's 30 there. These are just like the other day when we were trying to lengthen something. But let's say I wanted it to run from here to here. So let's quickly do the extend command, which is a cousin of the trim command. And it is a cousin of it. See where trim is up here? It's down here. Trim and extend is right there. You could type in extend, but I use it so rarely that I just go up there. And then it says select objects. Now remember the trim command where we do select all? Well, let's try that here. I'm just going to hit spacebar because select all is sitting right there. So I'm going to hit enter. And then it says extend. What do I want to extend? And you can see I want to extend, I'm going to zoom in, extend that line there. But then I want to extend it again. And then I want to extend it again. You can see how long that will take me. Let me try it here. I extend it there. And then I extend it again. I hover over the end of it, extend it again. Let me zoom in to show it a little better. I hover over the end of the line I want to extend, click. Hover over that end, click. Hover over that end, click. Now I could keep doing that. You can see how long that's going to take me. When I originally drew this, like I said, I just did this for fun. You can draw a similar one to it, and I actually arrayed these. This from here to here, it was an array of 1 column and 12 rows right here. But I can continue to do that and do that one step at a time. But that's going to take a long time. For each of these lines, I have to click it 3 times, one to go to there, there, and there. Wouldn't it be easier if I could just do this all in one step? Well, I can. I'm going to get out of the command. Now I'm going to do it again. Extend. I'll type it this time. EXT. Oh, there it is right there. EXT is the shortcut for, that's extrude. I don't want that. Never mind. I want extend. So now instead of, this is what I did wrong the last time. I did select all. So when it went to extend, it clicked here to this one, it extended to this one, it extended to this one. Instead of cutting lines, these are border lines. I'm sorry, these are boundary edges. So when I clicked select all, this was a boundary, and then this was a boundary, and then this was a boundary. But I'm going to be smart. So instead of doing select all as my boundary, if I want it to only go over to this one, I'm just going to click on that one right there, click enter. And now when I come over here, it goes to that single boundary that I did. And that's different. You know, I could do it one click at a time, but if I know that I want all those lines to go over here, then only pick this one. Don't do select all like you did for trim. Only click that one. Let me get out of the command. And now let's say I want the rest of them. I'm mixing it up a little bit from here. Let's say I want to do all the rest of them over to this boundary line. So I can do extend again. It's sitting there waiting for me, so I just hit spacebar. I don't want to do select all. I only want them, let's pretend, over to here. I click enter to accept that one boundary edge. And then if I click here, 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 they only go over that far, here. Now let me do something. Watch what happens when I click on this. Click, 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 click. Why isn't that extending? Why isn't that going out this way? Well, it goes all the way back to trim. I'm going to get out of the command for a second. When I remember back in trim where I ended up with one little piece out in the middle of nowhere and I tried to click on it and it didn't trim, it wouldn't go anywhere. Well, it's because I have to trim from something. And if you just have a leftover piece sitting out there, it won't trim. There's nothing to trim from. And the same way with extend. Let me get back into the command and let me do select all. Let me just go ahead and do that. Select all. I want everything to be a boundary. The reason that, see, that wants to extend, that wants to extend, that wants to extend, but that one right there won't. And it's because just like something has to trim from something, extend has to extend to something. And look at out here. It's always all the way out in outer space. There's nothing for it to extend to. That can extend there, that can extend there, but that's the one less thing. Let's say I did want to make that longer. Well, I can't use the extend command there because there's nothing for it to extend to. If I wanted that to be longer, well, I suppose I could draw another boundary and then extend it out there. But if I just wanted to pull this out longer for some reason, I'd go to my lengthen command. And lengthen, I can type that in, or I can go up here to the ribbon. There's lengthen right there. I click on that, and it asks me, remember this before when we were doing another lesson? I can do a dynamic one, click on that, and now I can lengthen that in any direction as much as I want to. But that's about all I want to tell you about extend. We don't use it that often, and usually this is in architectural stuff, where in one room you might have had walls only going over this far and you want to extend them very quickly. But again, these are a little bit more obscure commands, but I wanted you to learn how to do it. Go ahead and practice that if you'd like to, and I will see you for chapter number 4, in which case, what are we going to do? Oh, we're going to learn how to do all the text here, how to write all these things, how to write paragraphs. That's in chapter 4, and I will see you then.